Guys, I'm back from my trip in Phillip Island. As you can see, by all the bugs everywhere. And the reason it's on the trailer, it didn't end too well. If a lot of you guys follow me on Instagram and all that sort of stuff, you'll know what happened. But I'm about to put up a series of videos starting from day one of the trip and all the things that happened. So if you want to start watching that, subscribe to that, you'll see what happened. But yeah, just wanted to talk about the setup of the bike. With my setup, a few things I highly recommend. I lost my mirror on the way home. Is these grips, little extra padding you can get. I think you basically type in pussy grips and that'll come up. It saves your hands from vibration so much. And I get a lot of vibration through my feet, so I actually wrapped it in HydroTurf, which is what I use for the matting on your jet ski. So yeah, that helps a lot with the vibration. So we did about 80 k's of dirt road. Even the straight driving this type was pretty spot on before we left, and yeah, she's pretty low now. So but one of the biggest things to recommend that we use so much was like thick electrical tape, just help with everything. This is only for the trip home because my knob plate was about to break off, but yeah, that stuff came in useful. It's one of the best things I probably bought. So and the windscreen, nice cheap windscreen, keeps the wind off you, makes a massive difference. So yeah, riding gear that I used for the trip, yeah, there was basically with my stuff that I wore my leather pants are good, protection obviously, as well as pretty good if it starts raining and things like that. My jacket, RST Pro Series 1, pretty cheap, only a couple $100, and comes with a waterproof liner and thermal liner. I don't recommend the waterproof liner. I've tried it in the rain and it's not real good, so recommend a good set of wet weathers, yeah, proper wet weather sort of gear to throw over and do that. So that works out pretty well. Also bought a couple of sets of gloves, one's for when it was pretty hot. We went to Phillip Island, which is super cold, so I had my snow gloves, which is sort of waterproof as well, because it was raining on us, plus warm, and warm sort of, these are sort of a little bit warm, but not the best, but they are waterproof. Not too bad. So the Alpine Star gloves as well. Recommend a back protector if you can, because it's always good. A lot of people I know have hurt their back, even at slow accidents. So pretty dangerous going all down there with a lot of rural areas, a lot of kangaroos jumping out. So yeah, you want to be ready. Boots that are waterproof, they're very important, because when it's getting rained on, I've been in torrential and my feet stay dry with those Alpine Star boots. So basically I had two saddlebags and my back bag that went across the back as well. So this is good. This one, it comes with a flap that goes over the top. You can strap these down and put a camel pack. I also had my fuel bladder in here. I didn't tie it up the best one day, and it basically fell off hanging by one little ocky strap and went into my tire and destroyed it. And it wasn't my camel bladder as well to begin with, so yeah, that sucks. But anyway, so I've sort of made a list that I've been thinking of for months on end, which I just basically, every time I think of something, add. So if you guys want to have a look over that and pause, write it all down. It's been a long time trying to think of all these things and everything. So even down to like having Panadol before you ride makes a big difference, or Nurofen, something along those lines. So it just takes the edge off pain and bits and pieces. But taking everything I could, spanners, sockets, all that sort of stuff, extra oil. I did an oil change when I got down there to Phillip Island, things like that. So I just pretty much had a spare of everything. Defcon, like steel, repair stuff. One of the best things, like I said, is a little bit of electrical tape. Terry's bike here, as you guys will see, also didn't make it. I had to rescue this bike from about 500-600 k's away, and he's had to use the electrical tape too with his tail light. falling off the first time we hit Tenterfield, which was only 300 k's out of Brisbane. It fell off on the bit of corrugated road. So the old electrical tape. This was actually a big roll, and we've used a lot for the trip. Even as shown before, my number plate was rattling itself off, so it came in handy for that. So yeah, pretty much everything's electrical wise that you can think of. Rectifier, had another core pack, which I did use at the start of the trip, which you'll see. And what else do we have? CDI, new CDI, spare levers, shifter, fuel filters, fuses, wire, torch if you're stuck out, shifting spanner, a Leatherman or a cheap little tiny Leatherman, comes in handy with a little knife, and even came down to engine bolts, things like that. I actually sheared off an engine bolt. I've only got 2 holding my motor on, and I broke one and it snapped on the thread. Luckily I had another, because there's only 2 bolts that hold my engine on, and that saved me as well. So oil line, this is like an oil bypass that basically comes with the motor, but even things like the spanner to tighten your chain, to shift in, once again, spare clutch, everything else I can sort of think of, spare coils, which came in handy, had to buy it down there. So just things like that, everything you can think of, rags, bits and pieces. Spare oil line for my oil cooler, because I've had them fail on me before. And then so we get your wet weather gear for out the track, an umbrella, which is really handy, an extra tyre pump and repair kit. So if the repair kits normally come little canister things to pump the tyre up, but I figured maybe just if you need a bit more pressure, you can use a bike pump. Because the Grom's so small, bought a bike lock, was tying it up a lot of nights when it was parked at places. That's another disc lock, other riding gear, which I copped a lot of crap from Terry because it was very bright. Even bought a spare chain, my old chain actually, it was my old one that I used, and tyre repair kit. Comes with everything you sort of need as well. So everything like that, zip ties, Oki straps. Oki straps are a good thing. My bags are basically held on with Oki straps and tied down, so they come in really handy. And so other than that, you just got all your other essentials. With my helmet set up, got my GoPro on the front, which I do most of the videos, usually GoPro 3 plus. And the old Cena, which is good for making a lot of phone calls on the way. And I took my beak off this because obviously going at speed a lot of the time, it sort of buffers your head around, and you cop it a lot on the bike. So especially going past the big semi-trailers and all that sort of stuff. So everything else is pretty much it. So just a lot of extra wires, just electrical gremlins got me. They're just the worst. So if you can take everything you can think of that might fail, you're better off. I wish I could strap another motor on, but it kind of fit that. Well, actually, I probably almost could have fit that. One of these, I can't remember what they're called, but my auntie gave it to me halfway on the trip, and they're like a foam sponge pad thing that are really good for cleaning bugs off your screen. So if you have something like that, that is also good. So all those sort of things working well. What was the other thing? My tow rope. I had a tow rope as well, which ended up coming in handy when we had to tow Terry's bike, and that got us out of trouble as well. Other thing is a spare key. Spare key is a good thing just to hide somewhere else or somewhere on another jacket or somewhere that you got, just so you don't get in trouble just for something so silly. So that's one of the good ones as well. But pretty much, like I said, go over the list here, have a look through it. If you guys think of anything else, you can always add to it or comment on it. But like I said, I'll be doing a series of videos coming up over the next couple of weeks. Did all this for charity. Shame I didn't make it all the way. It's very disappointing, but you're seeing the sort of videos what happened. So subscribe to that. and you'll see all the videos coming up soon, and link will be in the description if you guys would like to help out with donations, which would be awesome as well. Doing it for Youngcare, this is the whole reason I did it. And obviously I'll go down the MotoGP was a good excuse as well, but yeah, if you guys can help me out, that would be awesome. And yeah, help me reach my target of $3,000 would be unreal. So anyway, guys, hit that subscribe button. I'll get the next videos up as soon as I can, and yeah, enjoy. Talk soon.